Look at what's coming up next.
I just watched what properties we're booking for, and at that point I said, "There's no way that it can't be profitable." I've thought about diversifying and buying in other areas. I can't find the cash flow that I'm getting here.
What would you say to yourself if you were a first-time investor and, if you could save yourself a year of time, what would you go back and say to yourself? For those of you interested in diving just a little bit deeper into Matt's experience and his expertise, I got a handful of questions that I'm excited about asking him. Matt, how did you get started investing in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach?
So I've actually met somebody in the Dominican Republic who was telling me how profitable it was. This was probably 10 years ago. And then shortly after I went on a cruise, and I met somebody on a cruise who I asked them what they did, and they said, "I own investment properties." I said, "Well, what else do you do?" They said, "I own 14 investment properties, that's it." And that's it really intrigued me.
It obviously paid off following that advice, guys. You heard that yourself. He's been in the business, he heard about it 10 years ago. He's been in the business 8 years, and he's obviously doing well in the Airbnb short-term rental market here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So it doesn't take a blinding light to realize that this is the way to go, right?
Right.
Now, what attracted you to investing specifically in Myrtle Beach oceanfront properties?
After I met a lady in the Dominican Republic who was explaining to me how much money she was generating down here, I started watching Airbnb and I just watched what properties we're booking for. And at that point I said, there's no way that it can't be profitable. I just ran the numbers over and over again for almost a year. And that's what made me decide Myrtle Beach. Since then, I've thought about diversifying and buying in other areas. I can't find the cash flow that I'm getting here due to the cost to cash flow.
Yeah. Right. So basically, our oceanfront condos are some of the cheapest in the nation.
Right.
And as far as short term, so we're where you want to be.
Right.
Basically, the profit's there. I can't say it enough. Now, of course, we can't guarantee future profits, and yes, there are bad, investments that you can make that aren't smart and aren't good. Absolutely. However, when you work with a solid and professional broker like myself that's going to help you, we're going to give you all of the best information that we can gather for you so that you make a savvy and informed investment decision. You're hearing it right here live, guys. Now, what would you say to yourself? It took you a year to gather enough information, work up the confidence to take that plunge, right? What would you say to yourself if you were a first-time investor and, if you could save yourself a year of time, what would you go back and say to yourself?
Well, just do it. In those 2 years I did my research, the values went up. So that could have been extra equity in my properties.
Look at what's coming up next.
Literally made the plunge. We sold our primary house so we could buy our first one.
How do you assess the potential profitability of a Myrtle Beach oceanfront condo investment? As long as those pictures are going to pop.
Right. It's all about the picture. Finally, once I found a lender, I found a way to come up with the cash. I made the plunge.
Yeah.
And we literally made the plunge. We sold our primary house so we could buy our first one.
You hear that, guys? Right there. So, and it obviously paid off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that would be a huge risk for a lot of people. But think about that. Matt was courageous enough to overcome the fear of everything that could go wrong, and what if this, and what if that, and all that. And on top of that, he went even further to sell his primary residence so that he could break into the oceanfront condo investing game. And it has obviously paid off very well for you. Yeah. All right, guys, so let's keep rolling. All right, how do you assess the potential profitability of a Myrtle Beach oceanfront condo investment? So when you start running those numbers and looking through things, what's going on? Walk us a little bit through your process.
So I guess I kind of, I look at the amenities, I look at the property overall. Overall, at this point, I feel like I can look at a property and just tell in the back of my head, okay, here's what I'll make a year on this. But it comes down to the amenities, the look and the attraction of the building. And
Yeah. So basically, you're saying, and I'm gonna put this in my own words here. If the unit and the resort will show well on Airbnb and VRBO, then it's probably going to be a winner.
right.
And as long as it's got the right amenities, and then as long as it shows well, as long as it's updated well, it's got LVP flooring, it's got modern touches and finishes to it. As long as those pictures are going to pop,
Right. It's all about the pictures.
it's all about the picture. So I mean, guys, we're making it simple and easy here. I mean, he's giving you the sauce right here. It's all about the pictures. Of course, you want to make sure that you have an oceanfront condo resort that has excellent amenities, because that's what the guests are looking for.
Right. When you look at the pictures, look at the resort. Is that somewhere you want to bring your family?
Bingo. Simple and easy way to help you navigate your own decision as far as which to buy in. Would I want to stay here? And I'll also go back on the other side of that. Look at what's coming up next. You can buy an oceanfront condo for $96,000 on average. Now, my wife wouldn't want to stay there.
Right.
How do you manage multiple oceanfront condo properties in Myrtle Beach? What are the unique challenges or advantages of owning oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach compared to other locations?
Especially when there's big events, everything sells out.
There are oceanfront condo resorts in our market that lots of people that my wife would not stay in. I mean, just going to be super honest with you. However, they are generating profit.
They are.
And there is an audience and a demographic that are renting those and that are happy all day long, and they're making money.
Right.
So, I particularly know of an oceanfront condo resort. You can buy an oceanfront condo for $96,000 on average. Now, my wife wouldn't want to stay there.
Right.
She wouldn't. At the same token, they're generating at least 28, some 30, anyways, at least $28,000 a year in gross rental income. I mean, where can you go and spend 96 grand and pick up a property that's generating $28,000? You're probably going to walk away with 12 to 13 grand in profit every year.
Right.
So you got to weigh what's going to be a good fit for you. And if you're first getting started, that might be a really good option for you. If you've got a limited amount of cash flow to get in the game, it's better to break into the game and start learning and get that ball rolling and moving in the right direction than to sit on the sidelines and not break in, or have to save up more cash, and you're just losing out on equity that you could be building in your own oceanfront condo unit if you simply start with a cheaper condo that maybe you don't like, maybe you wouldn't stay at, but plenty of people are renting it out. All right, so how do you manage multiple oceanfront condo properties in Myrtle Beach?
I use Hostaway, and a great cleaning company, and a couple great maintenance guys.
So you've built a little team.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Essentially, and so that's something that I'll be able to help you out with. That I'll get you in contact with great handymen, great contractors, and stuff like that. Make that process simple and easy for you. It is in part about building and surrounding yourself with the right people locally that can make sure that they've managed every aspect of that for you, and that you can just pick up the phone and go, hey, I've got an AC unit that's acting up, I've got a dishwasher that's broke, I got blah, 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 and they can just jump right in there and help you out. What are the unique challenges or advantages of owning oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach compared to other locations?
Unique challenges. There's a lot of them, and so there's a lot of competition, but there's still a lot of demand, and that's especially when there's big events, everything sells out. Yeah.
So, and we have multiple big events throughout the year. The Country Music Festival brings some of the largest names in country music here. You got the Myrtle Beach Marathon. We have over 90, some say over 100 golf courses in our market. Guys, the golfing traffic alone is probably tremendous.
Right. We had the best PGA first turnout ever for this past week.
Yeah, I mean, so we're not exaggerating here. Like, lots and lots of people. We have between 20 and 22 million tourists that visit for a variety of reasons every year. We got 2 different bike weeks that come. Am I missing any big ones?
This truck week, Mustang week.
I mean, guys, there's so much stuff that goes on here. So
cheer competitions.
Competitions.
Softball.
Yep, softball. We got There's the huge North Myrtle Beach complex, the sports complex up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so guys, there are lots of tourism hitting our market every single year. Our economy in large part is built off of tourism here. So basically, if you're looking for a smart move, your short-term rental properties in Myrtle Beach, while they have lots of competition, there is still such a heavy demand. And there's, in my opinion, there's a lot of oceanfront condo units in particular that have room for improvement. So,
right.
and that's the way that you're going to, climb that ladder on Airbnb. You're going to, you might think about a unit that's dated and older, and then you just simply do a remodel on it, and you move it up that chain on that Airbnb ladder, so that you're not in the lower percentile, but in the higher, and you're bringing in great money. So, all right. So competition, you'd say, is probably the number one factor as far as a challenge. And again, I've presented you with an easy solution, guys. You just want to remodel that unit so you can move up that ladder on Airbnb. How do you handle maintenance and upkeep of your oceanfront condos, especially considering the harsh coastal environment?
So the coastal environment doesn't affect too much. It does affect. I make sure I don't put any brushed nickel in any of the condos because that's going to rust.
Brushed nickel, you hear that, guys? He doesn't use brushed nickel in any of the condos because it's going to rust. Easy.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll put either black fixtures or I will put exterior fixtures in the property sometimes.
Wow, you put exterior fixtures in the inside of the property.
Right.
That's a smart move.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's real smart.
Besides that, I mean, the condo hotels in their AC units. The AC units, I definitely spend the extra cash. If your AC unit goes and you buy a new one, spend the extra cash to get a special unit that's made for the beach.
Yep. So he's giving you the sauce, guys. He's giving you the sauce. All right. So, and then, the coastal environment, I just want to throw this out here. People are always concerned with hurricanes in our market and stuff like that. Yes, we have hurricanes here. It's a very real thing. Yes, these are oceanfront condos. However, your HOA fee is going to cover the insurance on the property, which is going to cover the HOA fee's insurance is going to cover the external portion of the building. So, a large part of that stuff is all taken care of. It's
taken care of. And these buildings have been hit many times by hurricanes and they've hung around. So They've been tested and proved.
They've got a great track record. So can you share any tips or strategies for maximizing rental income from your Myrtle Beach oceanfront condos that you haven't shared so far?
So like you said, photos, the curb appeal. You want to renovate the units. 2 years ago, I would have said I would have just throw it out there and rent it. There was a shift after COVID. People have gotten pickier on how the units look. Before that, they were just renting. So make sure your unit looks nice. Make sure it has good photos. Make sure the photos somewhat match what the condo looks like. Besides that, that's really all you need to do.
Too simple, too easy, guys. He's laying it out for you. He's giving you the sauce. So, all right, what are some common misconceptions that people have about investing in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach?
Well, I think a lot of people are afraid of the competition. Almost everyone I've talked to, there's so many there, and there's no way you rent in the winter. I rent in the winter. I'm full.
Did you hear that? He's full in the winter. He rents in the winter.
All year.
There are snowbirds and retirees that are going to come and rent these units. Now, you want to make sure you have a washer and dryer. There's some things that you can do in the unit to make sure you can get long-term rentals, 30 days or more, 3 months at the time, however. But yes, people do rent units during the winter time during our non-peak season.
Right, yeah. So I'm full in the winters.
Yes, yeah. So common misconceptions.
Besides that, the number one thing I hear is the HOA fees, and everyone, once they see the HOA fees, they shut down, not understanding that it's totally irrelevant.
It's totally irrelevant. The tourists are paying your HOA dues if you do it right.
Yeah, I make enough money June, July, August to cover all my bills for the year.
Hold on. I've got to recap that. He makes enough money June, July, and August to cover his bills for the entire year.
Besides that, everything, the winter, off season, everything else, that's just extra cushion, extra money in the pocket.
I mean, we can't make this any more clear. I mean, like, and this guy is living proof right here. He owns 12 units. He's giving you the sauce, guys. All right, so moving right along, what advice would you have you faced any unexpected challenges or setbacks in your journey as an oceanfront condo investor in Myrtle Beach? And then how did you overcome those?
So the only setback that I can think of off the top of my head is really when COVID hit, and Myrtle, basically they banned short-term rentals. I thought, you know what, 12 units, this is gonna be it for me. It was right before summer. Luckily, they shut them down for 60 days, which we did qualify for SBA loans to cover those days. So
nice.
Otherwise, I think, you know, there were other options out there.
Yeah. So either way, you overcame those challenges, you weathered it, you got through it, and you're still doing great today.
Right.
Yep. What advice would you give to someone considering investing in Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Condos for the first time?
Do it. I mean, don't wait. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to about this years ago, and now the values have doubled since then.
Yep. I had a client who was kicking himself because he was looking at buying a unit pre-COVID. He didn't buy it. He ended up not buying it, and then he just bought it. He paid over $100,000 more. So guys, like, they appreciate, they're doing well, right, and they make money, and you can depreciate them. Lots of reasons and you save on your vacation costs. There's lots of reasons to own an oceanfront condo. Now, how do you stay up to date on market trends and regulations affecting oceanfront condos?
I mean, I'm in Facebook groups. A lot of the Facebook groups you know, I've actually created a Facebook group for almost every resort here. So there's a lot of talk out there. So I watch it. Yep,
absolutely. So Facebook is an excellent way. You can also get in, you know, your HOA meeting minutes.
Right.
You can dive into those and find out what's going on, or you can just simply make friends with your neighbors at the units.
Right.
Get a few friends' names and phone numbers. Stay in contact with them. Chat with them. Get the right information. Get that inside information. You know, which I feel like is probably going to help you out best.
Right.
Yeah. Stay tuned, because in the rest of the video, do you primarily use platforms like Airbnb, VRBO, or both for renting your condos, and why? I mean, because basically that's going to give you access to people that will rent your unit. I mean, that you don't have to pay anything out for.
Here's the link to my website. Here's a promo code, and they're saving 10% by booking direct, and then another 10% using my promo code.
He's giving you the sauce. Can't say it enough. I mean, like, super simple, super easy, guys.
I try to be available, so when that perfect deal pops up, I can.
So do you primarily use platforms like Airbnb, VRBO, or both for renting your condos, and why?
So I'm on both, and Google Vacation Rentals. I'd say 95% of my bookings come from Airbnb. I think it's because of the type of properties they are. If they were houses, I think VRBO would outnumber it. But I'm on Airbnb, VRBO, and Google Vacation Rentals, and my own website.
You hear this, guys? Andy's got his own website set up. Smart move. I mean, because basically that's going to give you access to people that will rent your unit. I mean, that you don't have to pay anything out for. You don't have to pay anything to Airbnb or anybody else. So, you know, I'm a huge advocate for creating a blog around your specific oceanfront condo unit, and publishing some content and putting it out there and pushing it out there throughout the year, and running Facebook ads. Super simple to run a Facebook ad and capture people that are online looking, capture their information, that are online looking at, you know, yes, a vacation rental in Myrtle Beach would be a good option for me and my family. So there are definitely, you know, plenty of ways to generate, you know, interest in your property that you don't have to pay out fees on Airbnb and VRBO.
Right. Every guest that when they check out, they get an automated message from me saying, if you ever want to return, here's the link to my website. Here's a promo code, and they're saving 10% by booking direct, and then another 10% using my promo code.
He's giving you the sauce. I can't say it enough. I mean, like, super simple, super easy, guys. He's showing you how to get repeat business and make more money next time. And it's a great service to them, which obviously is going to cause them to want to. I can save 10%. Great.
Right.
I want to rent his now. I don't have to go through Airbnb. All right. Can you walk us through your typical process for acquiring a property and making it ready for rental?
Yeah. So acquiring it, you know, whether you have cash, some people will do either cash out finance or a HELOC on their home and go buy a property cash.
Yep.
Or you have a lender that can finance them with 25% down.
Yep.
And then for that 25% down, you know, you can either, again, do a HELOC for the 25% down, or save up. What I did, sold my primary residence, or, you know, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so there's lots of strategies for breaking into the game. But how do you identify a property?
So usually for myself, I kind of I look for a deal. I keep an eye out for a deal. Amazing realtor will find the deal for me.
Come on.
Yeah, I try to be available, so when that perfect deal pops up, I can.
Now, when you say deal, what I mean, like, are you looking for a dated unit that you can remodel? Are you looking for a unit that's already turnkey and it's just priced under market?
So it depends, because like, depends on the time of the year, depends on my availability. If I see a dated unit that they're eager to sell, they drop their price, and I have time, I'll scoop it up. I'll go in, I'll remodel it myself. I'll do all the work myself and basically get either ready, get it ready for booking or sell it.
Yep.
Or if I see a good deal on a turnkey that's been fully remodeled, I'll jump on that.
Just jump on it. Just jump on and get it. Now, you mentioned time of year.
Yeah. So so one of the things that is there's investment buying season. So there's certain times of the year where you're up against a lot of competition.
Is that during summertime or wintertime? Or?
It's wintertime. It's a lot of people are wanting to buy, so that way they fall right into the spring, making their first mortgage payment from their first clients, first Airbnb guest.
Yep.
And also, a lot of times that's when HOAs are announced and special assessments are announced, and sometimes people are offloading their properties and they want to offload them before
everything hits.
Yeah, right.
And a lot of times it can be advantageous for you as a buyer, because if they've owned the property for 5 to 7 years, it's appreciated, they've made money on it, and then they got all these special assessment hitting. You can come in and go, listen, I'll buy your property, but I've got to pay all these special assessments, and they're making money on it because it's appreciated anyway. So you can kind of haggle them down and be like, listen, I'll take it, I'll pay the special assessments, but I want to buy it at a reduced price. I want to get a good deal on this.
Right.
And they're just, it's paper money for them at that point. It's just appreciation.
Right.
So they're going, okay, great, yeah, I'll cut you a deal if I don't got to pay all these special assessments.
Right. That's usually.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the future of Myrtle Beach's real estate market, particularly for oceanfront properties?
So I think it's going to get limited. I think a lot of the big guys like Hilton and Marriott, they're buying everyone out, they're knocking them down, and they're building big buildings because they see the profit. It's a profitable area. Let's knock down these personally owned condos and put a big resort there.
Yep.
But they're not going to sell those. So now those people who owned in there, now they want to buy another property. Yep. Well, now eventually it's going to get to a point where it's going to be very limited real estate.
Wow. So now is the time to invest.
Right.
Get in now and own as much as you can.
Yes.
Wonderful. Let's get in unit 906. You'll notice nice LVP flooring right when you walk in. Great colors. There's 2 full-size beds, flat screen TV. Closet. It is a bathroom entrance here across the hall. We have another really nice setup here. We got full-size beds, 2 closets, your bathroom, of course. You're noticing granite right there. Nice fixtures, everything's modern and updated. That's what you want to see. You should have a washer dryer right here. as well as the HVAC system, as you can see. Granite countertop, stainless steel appliances. Everything is updated. Very, very nice. Now your master's here, but I'm gonna take you into the dining room and living room first. As you can see, the decor is a big deal, guys. And it looks sharp, it looks modern, it looks trendy. This decor makes for great photos. This is your moneymaker, this nice, spacious, large balcony. As you can see here, you have a view of the ocean, a little bit of a view of the city. Master, again, with 2 beds, flat screen, great decor. Nice closet. And of course, tub shower combo, granite, nice fixtures. All right, guys, so we've got another video with Matt Freeze. Click on the screen right now and let's get the secret sauce.